I guess we're live. Right, yeah, check that out. What's up, guys? Let me set you guys up here. We got a few things to do today, and it's really nice out, so I figured we should go for the first live. So I don't know if you guys can hear me, or if anybody's even listening. I don't think so. I don't see the little person icon just says 0, so it's just myself, as usual, in the garage. I don't really know what to start on today. We got some stuff behind me that I have to get into, and of course, the hatch. We do have to do some sound deadening and some other stuff with that. So I think I'm gonna start here. So let me go ahead and open this trunk and get busy. Or the hatch, sorry. Let's be correct here. It's nice out today, like I said, but it's still a little breezy, so we'll do with that what we can. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Yes, this is 2 pieces, like many of my EF guys, but we'll figure that out. If I can get this out, it's still kind of attached. So, of course. We're working on that. I have like some type of hinge system from Home Depot. I've seen this done. Put 2 of them together. I'll show you what that looks like in a bit if you guys are interested, but that's out the way. Let's get this over here. Get this right on the floor. I did clean the garage the other day, organized a bunch of stuff. Workbench is nice and clean. Everything is very organized. So that satisfies the OCD a bit. Let me get you guys in a little bit closer. There we go. So yeah, that's the Just Drive Shop car cover. This is awesome. It's probably one of my favorite things that I have for this car. It's really clean, really nice. Drawstring bag is really dope, and it comes with like nice little Civic tag on the bag and on the cover itself. It's pretty cool. So just get all the stuff out of here. Again, tool bag. This is stuff that I just keep in the car because you just never know. I don't really drive this car often, but in the event that something were to happen, you know, knock on wood, I got everything that I need to get me out of a tight spot or to get me to safety so I can get myself towed or what have you. Oh, we got somebody. What's up? One person's watching. How are you? Let's get this out the way. Yes, these are the speakers that I use for the back here. I did not want to drill or cut holes into those rear shelves just because there's not too many of them left, and I don't have a spare set, so we're gonna leave those just like that. So that one person that's watching, let me know if you can hear me, and drop a comment, man, or woman. Let's talk. See what's up. That's why I'm doing this, man. Talk to you guys. See what you guys think. See what you guys like. See what's going on. Oh, we got 2 people. What's up? Welcome. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so if you guys enjoy this or you guys are interested in this, I might be able to do this a little bit more often, but that depends. Let's see. So let's get this battery out and get busy on this. Let's see what else we got over here. Show you guys toolbox. I might be able to do it this way, right? Might be a little bit easier for you. See what's going down. So again, here's the setup in the back. Move the battery back there just to keep the engine bay nice and clean. So leave some comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on in the garage. And what's up with you guys? What are you guys doing today? What do you guys like to see? I know I really don't have much going on right now with the car, just because everything that we did to get the car to this point is pretty much done. What I do have is like a few things cosmetic wise that are here and that are on the way. So hopefully you guys are interested, would be interested, or will be interested in that. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Let's see. Let's see how this is working. Oh, we lost somebody. Okay. It's cool. These things happen. I don't really see anything else. Comments. I don't know how I get to those messages. I guess nobody's leaving a comment. So that one person that's watching, just leave a thumbs up or something, man. Let me know. Let me make sure everything's working on my end. Oh no, I don't know what this is. Let's see if I can get this working. Let me take you off the clip here, see what's going on. Yeah, that's working. All right, cool. Good to know. All right, so in that video, we installed the Cerwin Vega, or was it I forget the model number, it stuff's right here. The VPA S12 ST, that's what's in the trunk right now. And that thing is awesome, honestly. Recommended to me by a friend of mine, Berto, and that was great. Thanks, man, because it really sounds awesome. I don't know where this is. All right, just stand by. Let's take care of this real quick. All right, my apologies. And to run out back and get some stuff. So we are going to be taking care of this. Oh, you're still there. Good, 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 good. Guys are hanging out. That's awesome. Let's see what we got going on here. See if we can go ahead and pull the battery tray, and then we'll get to the trunk. We'll go from there. Tray's pulled out. Yeah, that's just screwed down to that piece of wood that's there. It is pretty secure, honestly, because these are pretty substantial, and they grab onto that piece of wood pretty nice. I don't really know how else to mount this thing, honestly, but into a piece of wood seems like the right thing to do. It's really not going to go anywhere once it's in there. And then inside the trunk, obviously we have, or the back area here, we have my main fuse going up to the front, and then the fuse for the sub and all the music stuff that's back there. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Go ahead and get this out the way, and then we can lift up that carpet and get to the wood plank itself that's held down by 4 10mm screws. Might be able to just take care of that right there. Alright, fuses are up, ground cable's up, positive wire is up as well. Let's go ahead and flip this around so you guys can see what we got going on. That's over here. flip this up. Basically what we're going to be doing today, I don't even know if I explained that to you guys, or what you know, what we're getting into. We're just going to be doing some sound deadening. So we're going to pull the sub out of the trunk. Everything's working now, which is great. I reached out to JDI because I am running a ghost box, and the ghost box was kind of the issue that I was having. The ghost box was cutting out intermittently. Like, it would start, I would get to a certain volume, and then it would just kind of die. And I didn't really know what was going on. Figured out that, for one, there was two issues. For one, the remote wire was not, how do I put this? It wasn't crimped all the way in the connector, and that was causing intermittent remote turn on and turn off. So the amp wasn't getting power. So originally in the car, I had the Rockville under seat sub, like that 8-inch joint. It's like a rectangular setup. Had that in the car, and that was cool. It was working great, and then it just stopped working. It wouldn't get power. It would get power. It would not get power. It was a whole back and forth trying to get this thing squared away, and it it just stopped working. So turns out it wasn't a problem with that sub itself. I thought it was. That's why I ended up getting the Cerwin-Vega, because maybe I just thought the Rockville was, you know, for what it is, it's really cheap, and I just thought it just stopped working. So shame on me, because it does still work. And they ended up reaching out to them too and getting a new board, like a new circuit board for the for that 8-inch. And we ended up doing that. Sent power to that thing independently, like a remote turn on and 12-volt lead, and everything worked. So long story short on that one, we have an extra under seat sub that we can do something with. And by that time, this one was already in the car. So, and honestly, this thing's great. So trust me, if you are on the fence about getting one of those, get one. And no shade at JBL. It's basically the same sub, and JBL is charging way more than what I paid for that Cerwin-Vega. So if you guys are into that bass life, go ahead and grab one of those. So here's the 410s. I don't know if you guys can see that. Here's the 410s that are holding down that piece of wood. Let's go ahead and get that piece of wood out of there and move you guys around and show you a better angle. Oh, we got 3 guys. Oh, 3 people now. What's up? And a thumbs up. I like it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, ready to go? Let's see if you guys could see what's going on here. There's a piece of wood, nicely carpeted by myself. And there's a sub. Awesome, right? Pretty cool. So again, what we're going to be doing today is installing more of this kill mat around there and kind of just solidifying that back there. It is a little noisy when the bass hits, a little rattle. So hopefully that takes care of some of that. I know you can't get rid of it all, but we'll work with what we got. So let's go ahead and unplug that harness and get this thing wrapped up as the best we can. So I don't know if you guys, I don't really show you guys in that video that I posted, but this is what that looks like. Pretty straightforward. Again, really simple. You got your 2 RCAs going up to the front. You got your remote wire for the turn on and your power source, and that's pretty much all you need. And everything else goes through the ghost box up front, and I'll show you that in a few once we get to that point. So I don't know if this is going to be kind of boring for you guys to watch, but thanks for being here, and let's get this out of the way. Let's get busy. That was on there pretty good, so that's good, right? That didn't really move too much. Let's get this up, and then we'll go from there. I gotta pull off that cover so I can get to the plug, so I can access that plug. Let's get in that. Let's get in that. Nope. Of course, I don't know what I did with that Allen key. So we'll do a little process of elimination here. See what we got. Nope, too small again. Try again, right? Let's do a 5/30 seconds. See if that works. Yeah, there we go. That cover comes up. And then that's what we got. Alright, that's out. The bolt's out. And then there we go. That's it. It is out, just like that. So again, this thing honestly is really cool. It's really simple. I'm just gonna square this away a little bit better, and then tighten that up so that all thread kind of has some place to just chill. Oh, you know what I did? I may have made a mistake because I cut that off. I might be able to get that back on, but let's see. And if not, then I'll just thread it through the other way. Yo, Tom. What's up? No, we're not there yet, man. Hold on. Let me see if let me see if I can answer you. Can I chat back? I don't think so. This is my first time doing this, so yeah, yep. Sorry, I'm lost. I thought this. Yeah, I know. Me too, man. But thanks for joining me, dude. I appreciate it. Just get busy, man. Nice day. Hope you're doing good, bro. All right, let's get this cracked open. Let's get busy. We are doing, like I said, we are doing a few things today, man. I'm working on this, and then I got to work on the daily, which is behind us. I got something else going on there. Gonna do O2 sensors on this beast. Yeah, it's LS swapped. In case you guys out there are wondering. Let me see what you got here. Okay. Nice, thank you. That's good. That's good. Forgot what I was doing. Oh, that all thread. Let's get that all thread stitched down, and we'll go from there. Let's see what we got. That looks to be a 14, right? So, bingo. All right. That all thread's nice and tight, so that's good. That's the way that that's going to stay. So let's go ahead and do some more sound deadening on this thing. I don't know if you guys have ever used this stuff. This more affordable type kill mat from Amazon. It's great. Works awesome. Let's go ahead and get this in there. I'm not gonna go too crazy because I can only do so much of this stuff back here, but let's go ahead and take this. I'm gonna go ahead and double that up because why not? It's not gonna hurt anybody, right? Let's go ahead and get the tool, get that rolled in there. Get busy with this thing. You guys are probably roasting me. Oh, you should have cut it. Cut it to size. Cut it to fit in the little patches. Yeah, but whatever, man. This is what it is. So again, we are doing this because I was getting some rattle. So what we are going to do is I'm going to cut the side pieces. We'll probably do like 2 strips right there, and then just trying to fill in the gaps around here. I don't really think it's that necessary because it is what it is, man. We're gonna have some rattle. I'm not going crazy. So let's go ahead and get this measured out. Cut that in half right there. And again, if you guys are on the fence, if you were looking at this Cerwin Vega thing, you should definitely do it because it's awesome. Sounds great, pretty affordable for what it is, and it's powered, so you don't need to run another amp if you're not really like savvy with the car audio stuff. You don't need to bridge anything. There's no crazy stuff going on there. Got that cut, got this cut. See what we can do with this guy. But let's get these down. See if we got anybody new up in here. Just us. Aaron, what's up, dude? What are you asking me? Let me see. I gotta take this off that mount. Give me 1 second. Just caught up. What's the rear trunk cover made out of? Some type. What do you mean? That piece of wood that I took out? If you're asking me about this, this is like 1/4 inch, like plywood, regular stock. Just cut the shape. Super thin, not too crazy, you know, but it's carpeted. Got that pretty good. And then the kill mat is on the other side. So this helps too. Yeah, too much weight, man. This thing's gonna be a pig once I'm done throwing all the sound deadening on there. There it goes, right? It's gonna kill my, what do you call it? What do they call it? A 1/4 mile time or whatever. Out there running in Mexico, you know what I mean? But no, that's not what we do with this car. We're just chilling, man. Chilling. But yes, if that's what you were asking me, Aaron, that rear trunk cover, or if you're talking about the little hatch cover here, it's like compressed something. It's not even wood. So that's gonna be fun, right? To get screws into that. All right, that's good. Again, I'm not getting too crazy with this stuff because we'll be here all day, and I don't have all day, so we're just gonna do the sides and a little bit more around the tub here, and I think that I'm gonna call it good there. I'm really not too worried about it, but it is what it is, man. We'll see if we can deaden it up a little bit, give it some more of a tone, you know. Let's see what we got. Yo, Leo, what's up? Turbo on the engine? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I know you like the way this thing looks, man. So let's take a break. Let's show you the power plant up here. And thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it, dude. It just worked, man. I had some spare wood. Ended up doing that. And there it is. So, not too bad, right? It is a little bit of a pain in the ass to get out when, like, because, you know, the battery's connected to it. Well, the battery's attached to it. So, if anything were to happen and I needed anything from under there, like now, I would need to take everything out. Which isn't that big of a deal, but we'll see. That's just the way it is. So, what do we got? Let's go up to the front. Show you guys what's going on up here. So again, not much has changed from last season. Pretty much everything's the same. I am having like an idle surge issue, so I'm gonna go ahead and have to change the idle air control valve that's back there. Unknown how old the thing is. I'm pretty sure it's original to the engine, and this is stamped 91, I think, or 90, so It's been a while. I have that on the workbench. Just need some time to get that thing in there. But yeah, this is it. Not too bad, right? B16 first gen. It's fun. So let's get back here. Start getting that ready. And any Ecto 1 fans out there, the Ecto is hanging out. Let me know what you guys want to see with that thing. There are some upgrades that I need to make, honestly, and we can get that done. Nothing too crazy. Just adding some lights, and what else I have to do? Headlights, tail lights, some stuff on the roof rack, and maybe some trap storage stuff, but we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Five. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Enjoying a nice little beverage here. Hope you guys are too. So yeah, let's see what else we got. We got those two sides. We can probably put a little bit more on the front here. So I'll cut another one. I'm gonna cut this one kind of like into a long strip, and we'll cover this area right here, and then maybe one strip down center. And I think I'm gonna call it good there, man. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this stuff again. Like I said, this isn't a competition setup. I'm not trying to go crazy. I may, however, have to pull the license plate and put some Dynamat behind that thing, because that thing is just vibrating the mount and the license plate frame and all that stuff. And I'm not going to lose the frame, because I got to rep my boy Ryan for hooking me up. My boy Rywire. I don't know him, but we have had conversations via email when I was having some issues, and it's awesome. Customer service is great. Always answered me in a very promptly. And it's very rare, honestly. If you reach out to somebody, they hit you back up. So it doesn't hurt to try, right? Put one back here. See what else. Oh, we lost some guys. All right, that's cool. Things happen. I know it's a weekday. It's a little strange time to go live, but it is what it is, right? It's the only time I have right now. Let's put this guy. Let's get this guy in there. Cut him a little bit. Leho's always asking me if I'm going to turbo the car. I am, eventually, but not that end. I am not going to turbo a first gen B16, because there aren't that many left, and I don't want to blow this one up. So, spoiler alert, I am looking for a GSR, or an old school GSR B17. That would be great. I remember that. And then funny story about that one, the transmission was like garbage. It was so bad. And then we ended up rebuilding it. And that thing was like put together with like hopes and dreams, man. It was crazy. This thing's falling off of it when I would take it off. It was insane. Good times for sure. Good times. We learned a lot. Learned a lot in that car. Yo, Tom, be good, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out. Do your thing, man. We'll be in touch. Take care of this. So yeah, me and Berto, boy Berto. Shout out to Berto, man. We would just send it, man. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Well, at least I didn't. He did, and he does. Berto's awesome. Good times. All right, so I think with these last two pieces, gonna be pretty much done. I'm not gonna go that crazy again, like I said. I'll probably cut like another circle piece to go around that all thread piece right there. And then I'm gonna call it a day with this. I don't really know what to do with this one. I think we're good, man. You know what? I'll cover this spot right here. I'll cover this spot, and then I think we're good. All right, so one more. Down to one. All right. That one's holding on. Thanks. I appreciate it. I think we're good with that. Let me cut a little hole in this one for the centerpiece, and then we are done. Put everything back together. No sound clips right now. Just because I can't do that right now. Got kids upstairs sleeping. All right, that's taken care of. So now we can start putting everything back, clean up some of these wires. All right, let's show you what this looks like, and then we'll just move on. I'm gonna call it good. I'm telling you, I'm not going that crazy. I know I'm a detail person, it's all about details, but honestly, I'm not too worried about what goes on back here. As long as everything's clean, wiring wise, and we got some type of protection, I think we're good. Again, it's not a competition setup. I'm not looking to shake anything loose because it's just not gonna happen, even if the gain and everything is all the way up. So there's that. That's pretty good. Everything else back here is pretty tight, and whatever else vibrates honestly is probably from the bottom, because we do have a full canister on this car, the HKS exhaust. Show you guys what that looks like. I don't know if I could do that this way, but yeah. So yeah, that's what we got going on down here, and it does touch that spare tire well, so I'm sure any other vibration that I'm getting is probably from something back there. And I did have to make my own hanger, like exhaust hanger, if you can see, and I went ahead and insulated that a while back. So that's kind of bolted up right there. It's like L shape, and it runs the length of this. Then I went ahead and put a riv nut into the spare tire well and secured it there, because the person who owned this car before me had a passenger exit exhaust instead of the driver exit exhaust. So they went ahead and cut off the bracket that goes to that side. And yeah, so I needed to make something, a no weld solution for me here in the garage, because unfortunately for me, I don't have a welder. So I did utilize the stock hanger that's right there. And I just went and I made my own little setup there with one of these. I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, so this is what that looks like. It's pretty cool, right? You can buy these on Amazon. So you can kind of like make a hanger wherever you want with this thing, and then kind of suspend it how you like. So that's what that looks like. Pretty dope. There's options out there, guys. If you don't have a welder, or if you're not a welding savvy and you want to be sponsored by your pocket, that's what you do. You just make shit work, right? So here's what it is. Oh, we got another one back. What's up? Welcome. Just getting busy. Hope you guys are doing good again. Enjoying this beautiful day here in the Northeast. It is awesome outside. Right now in the garage, it is 58 degrees. So that probably means it's like 60, 62 outside. And it's been a while, so welcome change for sure. So that's good. All right, really not much to do back here other than reinstall the sub. So let's go ahead and do that. And that goes on fairly simple. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with this thing, that's Cerwin Vega 12 inch. It's like 11.3 inches again. Got that cover off so I can get to the plug, and we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this. So this goes on just how it came off through that piece of all thread. Let me get you guys a little bit closer. That one person's holding on. Thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, for real. It's awesome. It is awesome. Let me see if I could get you a better angle. How's that angle work? Pretty good, right? I'm gonna be in the way here, so pardon me for a second. Go ahead and wrap this up. I'm not really too worried about that power wire. I could wrap that thing up pretty tight, but it is what it is, man. Again, let's get this in. Let's get this in, remove that harness. And then I'll worry about the rest of this stuff later. Come on. All right, here we go. I dropped it down too much. I moved the all thread. Shame on me. That's my fault. Let's get this up here a little bit more. Things happen. Things happen. Let's get this 14 wrench up. Tighten that back down. It's good to go. Let's see if that fixed it. I didn't even realize that I did that. I'm gonna put a bigger washer on this if I have one. Hope I do. I don't know if I do. Oh no. I thought I did. I guess not. Oh, I do have a plastic one. Let's see if that works. No, that's not gonna work. Oh no. I don't think I do. Oh no. Alright, whatever, man. We'll just roll with it. We'll do what we gotta do with it. So it's for the third time. It's going back in. Let's check this out. Went ahead and tightened that all thread. Ah, there we go. That's what we needed. Washer's going on. Wing nut's going on next. Okay, that wasn't that bad. All right, it's nice and tight. We are back in there. Oh, we got somebody else. What's up? Welcome. Hope you're doing good, whoever you are, mystery person. Let's get this together. All right, we got one more piece of this, so I'm just gonna put this wherever it goes, I guess. Just because. So we used everything that we cut. That's gonna go right there. And then the fun stuff is going to be taking off the license plate. We'll go ahead and do that too. And put a little bit behind there. All right, folks, we are good. That's done. Not too bad, right? Let's go ahead and tighten this up here. Get everything pushed in. Get our harness back in. All right, that snaps in. We got the remote wire, not the amp turn on, but the remote control for the bass, the low pass frequency, and the gain. That's clipped in. Let's go ahead and put that cover back on, and we are done. Go ahead and put everything back in. Get this thing buttoned up, and then we can move on to other stuff. 3 thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Norm. Yes, I am normal. I'm a normal human being. I hope you are normal as well. Norm. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for leaving a comment. I appreciate that. Norm. Sick. Get the cover buttoned up. Pretty slick design. Honestly, it's really clean. And again, a lot of people are comparing this to the JBL, that bass hub, or JBL Hub Pro, whatever that thing is called. And yeah, it's basically the same. And that unit gets like 50 more watts. So in your mind, if you think 50 watts is worth $500 compared to 320, go ahead, man, send it, do it. But I'll tell you what, this Cerwin-Vega is pretty dope, man. And this little car, you don't need more bass than this, honestly. And I'm not really a big music guy when I drive, but it is nice to have. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, I'm pinching the ground wire. That's on me. Whoops. No wonder. My mistake. All right, so I got that routed down here. I don't know how you guys feel about that stuff, all you audio guys out there. I don't really like running my, hold on. I'm not a fan of running the power cable and the ground cable together. I kind of like having them separate, just because you never know, even though both of them are insulated and nothing's really gonna, you know, outside of having any like major tears or gouges or anything like that, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm gonna check if I have a 14mm screw or a bolt. I'd rather put a bolt in than have this wing nut in. But let's see, I don't know if I have any 8mm here. I gotta check my other box, see what's up. Let's see what we got. Still got two guys. What's up, guys? Thank you. Again, thanks for joining me. Some more 10s and 12s. I don't think I do, because if not, I would have been able to find them by now. Got a bunch of shit all over the place. Again, I did organize one side of the garage. I still have the other side of the garage to do. So let's see if I can get some. I think I found one. I don't know if you guys are into organization like my crazy ass is, but I put all my extra bolts in these bins, 10s, 12s, 14s. It's pretty dope. This kind of keeps me organized, so I'm not like emptying a bucket full of screws every time I need something, because then that shit would just drive me crazy. But yeah, I do have a 14. Sick. I'm gonna go ahead and crank that down with that instead of the wing nut, just because it's a little bit cleaner for me, honestly. And in the event that I do need to take it out with a tool or something, I have tools with me, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll send that. I hope that's a 14, and it is. Awesome. Perfect. So let's crank this thing down. In a perfect world, I would get a bigger washer, but I can't find one right now. Oh, I might actually. See if I could double this up. This is probably boring for a lot of you guys, but sorry, this is what I got, man. These are the things that I get into in the garage when I have the time to do that. So it is what it is, right? No, that's not gonna work. That I do not have. I need to get like a box or something with just various washers and spacers and stuff like that. Let's see if I have an extra one down here. I got a gang of hose clamps. Alright, those are all organized, but washers and stuff I do not have, of course. Plenty of plastic ones, and obviously that's not going to work. So we'll go ahead and tighten this up, and we'll go from there. It's good to know that I'm Norm, whatever that means. Again, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll take that. That's pretty secure. That's not going anywhere. Anymore, I think I'm honestly going to mess it up. So I'm not going to crank this thing down too tight. What do we got here? 47 minutes we've been doing this. So just like that, my time's about to finish. I think I got to call it good in an hour. So let me hurry up and get this thing done. Get you guys hooked in and good to go. Just want to make sure I covered all my bases here before I go ahead and put that piece of wood back on. So let's go ahead and do that. Get this back kind of situated the way I had it. All right, that's gonna work. Let's get this piece of wood back on. To that one person that's watching, thanks for sticking around this whole time. Sorry I'm not like crazy exciting and like boisterous and shit, but that's not who I am. Let's get this back in here. You know those people that like that bullshit you on YouTube and it's like, yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the garage. That's not what we do, man. Sorry, just not into that shit. Right, that's one, and that's two. That's one, and that's two. So let's see. Let's bring you in close. Oh, we got somebody else. So here's what that looks like. You can see the holes that I made in there. So those two 10s, they go right in there, and then bolt that down so that doesn't flop around. That's the setup that we have going on back here for this, because as many of you know, I guess that's English, right? That like stock piece that goes back here, super flimsy, and as soon as it gets wet, and given a car of this age, I'm sure that they all have gotten like soaked or sagged because someone put a battery or put a spare tire on it or whatever. That 1/4 inch piece of wood works great, and I cut it roughly to, I didn't have one to like reference off of, but I cut it long enough that it sits on that outside edge, and we're good. There's no sag, honestly, and everything else that we have in there just bolts straight to it. So you can send screws into it and it'll be super secure. So that's why the battery is hooked up back there, or the battery tray is back there, and the fuse, the main fuse, and all the other stuff. So let's go ahead and get this wrapped up, because again, like I said, I'm running out of time. So let's get this done. So things that we are going to be doing, honestly, coming up, I'll show you guys in a sec. Once I wrap this up, once I'm done with this little install, I'll go behind me and go to the workbench and show you what we got. Because there are things that need to be done to the Civic. I need to raise the rear like an inch. Hold on. Keep the on. Somebody gave me a comment here. I really enjoy your content. Seems like you've been doing this stuff for a long time. Just trying to soak up that knowledge and hopefully make my EF better. I hope you keep the EF content coming. It will be coming, man, because honestly, that's all I really have to work on. The WRX that's mine really doesn't need much right now. I am honestly going to be doing, spoiler alert, I'm going to be installing another one of these Cerwin Vegas into that WRX because I liked it so much. I'm going to go ahead and get one for the car that I drive, not all the time, but, often. I do drive that car often, not as often as I would like, honestly, but I do drive it. So I'm going to go ahead, I have these plastic washers, but dude, thank you. Sorry, let me acknowledge you, man. My bad. Aaron, right? Yeah, Aaron, thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. And I have been doing it a long time. This is my fourth Honda of like my fourth Civic, I should say. And I love these cars, man. So it's always been a blast to own them and work on them. And as I've learned more myself, I just kind of want to pass that info on to somebody, see if that helps. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do, right? All right, so this is squared away. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and put another plastic washer on there so it can kind of sit nice. Because I drill those holes out pretty big. Pause. So sometimes it's like this washer kind of sinks into that carpet, but noticing a trend here. I need some washers, so I gotta get some of these washers or something bigger than this. But let's go ahead and bolt this up, line these up as best I could, and that's really not gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and send them without it. Honestly, I'm not really too worried about that yet. What else do you guys want to see, man? I mean, there's really not much that I have. Like again, like big, major maintenance stuff, like mechanic wise. I don't really need to do much to the car outside of changing that idle air control valve, because a lot of the stuff that I did was to get the car to this point, and that was in that video, like the rebuilding my Civic video. So that's when I did all the major like mechanical stuff, clutch, new flywheel, checked all the gaskets and stuff, you know, like valve cover gaskets, basic stuff, timing belt, water pump, all that shit. What is this? So that's when that stuff got done. So honestly, like as far as that type of content, I don't really have, you know, much to do on this car with that. But there's always something to do, as many of you know that have projects and project cars. There's always something to be addressed. And honestly, the things that we need to address that I'm going to show you guys in a second is we have these spacers for the wheels, not spacers for the, what am I saying? It's not spacers for the wheels, the spacers for the lug nuts. So since I'm running that Porsche caliper setup, the 986 caliper setup, I got to loosen this. Damn, it's not good. Utilizing that Mini Cooper rotor, you kind of get, it's not, those rotors aren't bolted to the hub like your factory, like your OEM Honda rotor. So there's like play, there's like left and right play. So there's a few companies. I know Speed Factory is one of them, and then this other company, Lithia Motorsports. They make like a hub, like a ring that goes. Hold on, let me finish that thought. They sell like a ring, like a hub ring that goes onto the lug nuts themselves and kind of centers that rotor in place, so you don't get like the shift. So right now, like if you were to hit the brakes, you'll get like a tiny, you don't feel it in the pedal, at least I don't. I'm sure like if you take the car to the track, you probably feel it, but you get like a shift, right? Because the caliper is essentially floating on the hub. There's nowhere to bolt it in, because obviously they're Mini Cooper rotors, you're putting it on the Honda hub. So that company makes those. I'll show you what that looks like right now, as a matter of fact, because they are right behind me. So these rings go on the lug nut itself, or the stud, sorry, the stud. And then that kind of centers, this sits inside of that space. So you got your hub, you got your rotor, right? Your mating surface, that sits in that hole and kind of takes out the slack so you don't get that forward and backward motion. So gotta install these. I do have to raise the rear of the car, maybe like a ½ inch, because now that I'm running these wheels and everything's kind of settled, it's a little low back there in comparison to the front, and I just kind of want to keep everything. Did I lose it? Oh, I lost it. Oh man, come on. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's not that straightforward to get this thing lined up. I don't want to mangle those threads, so just bear with me here, man. I'm sorry. That side's in. Let me move this a little bit. All right, that side's in too. Norm. Sure. All right, that's good. That feels nice. I don't have anything up here to secure it with because there's shit that goes on it. So I'm gonna assume that the weight just kind of hangs out. What do we got here? Same comments. 2 people, 3 thumbs up. I like it. Thank you. Again, I really appreciate it. It's my first time doing this live stuff. So if you guys like it, I guess the next time I work on this car, I'll go ahead and do that. So now that this piece of wood is back in, we're gonna go ahead and flip that carpet back and get this thing buttoned up, and that'll be it for today. So here's what we got going on. So when I did the interior, because as most of you EF guys know, we're fluctuating, man. We lost 2 more people. That one is hanging on, so thank you again to that one. When I did the interior swap, or when I put the interior back into the car, because as if you followed along, you know the car, when I got the car, it was completely empty. It had an EG cluster, motorcycle driving by, an EG cluster, wire harness is all crazy. So I basically needed to find everything for the car. And that meant, you know, speaker shelves, the rear plastics, those covers, just everything piece by piece. I was lucky enough to find somebody that had a junk car, a car that they were going to junk, ended up being, you know, get into an accident, and that person cut me a deal that I couldn't refuse. So essentially I got everything that I needed, along a list of stuff. Some of the stuff he didn't have, but we made it work and we got an awesome deal. So great dude, and he helped me out. He saved me a ton of money and a ton of headaches, because shit like this plastic piece right here that goes around this, good luck finding that, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy that there's just not that many of these cars left. I mean, it makes sense because given their age and everything, like everything, all this stuff works, right? There's so many of these shelves that I've seen, like that's missing, the little plastic piece missing, the retaining clips are missing, and I didn't really want to deal with any of that stuff, so thank God for that guy. But yeah, we'll get this squared away. Lost my train of thought. All right, so that's good. Let's run our power back, left and right speaker wire. Is that left? Nope. So this is left. I should label these left and right. Power, ground. Let's get this back in. So that's how I'm running this right now, and I like it. So that's the way that's going to stay piggyback off each other right there. Let me go ahead and screw those in. Get this done. We're coming up on an hour. My time's almost done. Again, guys, if I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but there's not much else I can do. It's the little things, man. Like the Velcro on this cover is still functioning, and the Velcro that's supposed to be on those plastics is still there. The one thing that really grinds my gears that doesn't work, I just couldn't get it to work, was the light back here. It's not gonna work now, obviously, because the battery's not connected, but we'll get to it, man. We'll get to it eventually, because we do have some things coming that may involve me pulling all this stuff out. Let's hope not, but we'll see. So let me wrap this thing up, man, because I'm coming up on my time, and I'm sure I've taken enough time from you all watching, or you watching, so thanks again. Get this battery back in there. I want to say it was this way. Yes, it was. Trying to get this lined up so I don't make new holes. So yeah, everything went pretty good, man. That's it. I don't really have much to do outside of just testing it now, and then whatever vibration we have is whatever vibration we have, man, and we're gonna have to work around it. It shouldn't be enough though, you know. Well, not enough, but I'm saying it shouldn't be so much that it's unbearable, because it is what it is. Let me put on my headlamp because I can't see shit. Two guys, what's up? Welcome. Just trying to line up my holes here. And there it is. Perfect. There's that motorcycle again. You may ask me, hey, why are you running it there? You have all this space back here. There's a really good ground right here that I like to use. I'm grounding the negative terminal is grounded there, and the negative, well, the ground for the amp or for the sub is grounded there too. Anything else, you kind of like, you know, what are you doing? You got the seat, like the seat bracket back there. That's a good, it's not really like, I wouldn't trust that ground. It's a good ground, obviously, but you want like chassis, you got, there's like a little access hole back there, and you have like a 14 nut that goes, 14 bolt. Awesome ground, real close to the tail lights. So that's why the battery, well, I chose to put the battery back there as opposed to like somewhere behind the seat. Because then you got, you know, shit to worry about. You got to close the seat, see if you have clearance. It's just one of those things. That's how my mind worked with that decision. Let me bring this down a little bit. So let's get ahead. Oh, well, let's go ahead and get this back in. Get this screwed down. What I'm using to hold this down is some inch, I think these are 1.25 inch self-tappers. There we go. 1.25 inch into that piece of plywood. So it's going through that plastic piece, and it's just making its own thread into that piece of wood, and it's honestly pretty secure. I have four points of attachment in 4 different places, so 8 total attachment points. Can't ask for more than that. You could ask yourself, oh, maybe you should rib nut that into that piece of wood, like with those wooden anchors or whatever, but it's the same stuff, man. It's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about it. That's in there, man. Awesome. It's not going anywhere. Of course. See if we got any new comments. Nope, just my boy Aaron hanging on. That's it. Where's that battery going? See what I'm saying? So I'm not going crazy with that. So let's go ahead and square away the fuse location, which is directly to the right of that. See if I can get you in there. Norm, sure. Well, you're really not gonna be able to see that if I'm working on it, because I'm gonna be in the way. Yeah, that might work. Probably not right. Probably just looking at my head right now. Now you may have asked yourself, hey Vic, why didn't you put in the screw, or put the screws in for the fuse first? I like to square up my battery first, because then that lets me know how much space I have on the other side. And I just lined up the, I guess, the indentations that were there from before. So that's how we have that set up. So I'm not too worried about this. Let's go ahead and go from the other side. All right, I might have to go old school fashion. I think I played myself there, but I'm pretty sure that's how I put mine last time. So, whatever, man. We gotta do it with a screwdriver. We do it with a screwdriver. That's what it is. Just gotta line that up straight. Look for my old markings there, and then we'll go from there. I know this is exciting stuff. It's crazy, right? Just somebody putting screws in a hole. But all right, perfect. All right, for whatever reason, that's missing. So I don't know how that happened. That sucks. There we go. All right. Found it. So now let's get the other one in there. Oh, that's the wrong one, right? I think so. That would suck, right, if I lost that? I have to take everything out. That's the one downside, honestly, of having the battery like set up the way that I have it. It's not on anything that's like super easily removed. You know, although this is honestly pretty simple, but you know what I'm saying. All right, we are in there. Now we got to do the battery fuse. That's going to go right there. These are running parallel to each other. Let's go ahead and get that in. Get that in next, which is right there. Exciting stuff. Killing you guys probably. But this is what it is, man. This stuff has to get done. That's one side. All right. We are done. Show you what that looks like. Did we lose anybody? No, we didn't, man. Thanks for sticking around. So there you go. There's our main fuse heading up to the firewall. Obviously the battery. You got your ground. Here's your positive. Here's your ground. Oh no. There we go. Whew. Thought I left it back there. So there's your ground. Battery goes here, and then that's your fuse for the amp sub, whatever it is that you want to call this thing. The Cerwin-Vega VPS 12 ST. Sounds like a car, right? All right, so let's get that done. Let's get the battery back in here. Let me move you guys over here so I can work. Let's get this positive out of the way. This battery box is the OG. Came with the car, and I'm still using it. I had like this nice aluminum one, and it just didn't work, man. It was like for Optima batteries. It wasn't for the 51 series battery that this has, and yeah, just didn't work. So that's secure. Let's get this wrapped up and get the speakers back in. That one person, man, still holding on. Thank you. Where's my ratchet? There it is. So yeah, again, I'm about wrapped up with this. I'm just gonna tighten everything up and slap the cover on and then call it good for the day. That's tight. That's not so good, right? A little sideways action going on there. Let me crank this down as best I could, and then we're good. We're good there. Moment of truth. Nice, right? Nice. That's always good. All right. That's secure. Positive is secure. That fuse, I have the fuse off right now, so we're not going to run into any issues, but we are pretty much done, man. Let me go ahead and button this thing up, and that'll be it for this. Oh no, this has to get moved there. All right. OG battery box, man. This thing is like awesome. One of the tabs is broken, but hey, look at that. Nice, right? Nice and clean. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. I'm running out of time here. Thanks for joining me, everyone who joined, I guess. It's awkward, right? I really don't know what to say. Thanks for hanging out, essentially. I really appreciate it. All right. So that's good. I sent power to the fuse and nothing happened. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. 75 minutes I did this. Not bad, right? Just for a little bullshit here and there, left and right. Right. Left and right. Try to tuck that nice. That's good. That looks good to me. What do you think? Not bad, right? All right, this honestly doesn't matter which way that these go. Let's do this. Negative to negative and positive to positive, of course. Red to red, black to black, I guess. These are just kind of like placed there. I had Velcro on them and they kept coming off. So honestly, they can go either way. They can either go like face up like this, and then they would be facing the wrong way. Label wise, I guess that's not that big of a deal. Something I could fix, but it is what it is. And again, I'm not a big audio guy, man. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, what's RMS for this and peak for this and this is ideal for this application. I'm not really, you know, I know as much as the regular person does, because that's what we are, regular people. All right, so those just hang out right there. Those have never fallen. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Got a dip. Yo, Aaron, thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for sticking around, honestly. If you like this stuff, man, I'll try to do this more often. Thanks for hearing me talk shit for 75 minutes of your life. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, we're pretty much finished. I'm not gonna put everything back in there, like tool-wise. So this is it, man. Let's see. What else do we got to do? Nothing, right? We got, oh, the cover. I can put the cover back on, and then I'll throw everything else back in there at a later time. But for now, this is what the trunk setup is. This is what this looks like. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple as it gets. And then that's it, man. All this stuff is good to go. Everything else is good. Let me see if I can get this in. First try, here we go. All right, so yeah. So like I said, this is like two pieces. It's literally holding on by like two threads right now. And this is like a super common thing. Those of us who have these cars or that have worked on these cars. So what I ended up picking up, I'll show you guys what I ended up picking up. In theory, I've seen these work. So you put this on the underside of this and then you send screws through it, right? So in my case, these screws are pretty long, if you can see them. Pick these up from Home Depot. I forget what kind of hinges they are. Let's see. A piano hinge. This is what this is called, right? And those are the specs on it, 12 inches. So I went ahead and bought two. So my thought was, this goes on the underside, obviously. So like wherever the hinge point would be, it would be, let me see. So this way, honestly, because then it would be, this would go up, right? So like the rounded edge would go underneath. This would be what you would see underneath, essentially. So then I got two of these. I might be able to squeeze three in. So next time I'm down there, I should probably pick up a third. Put them close to here, right? Do 1, 2, and 3, and then send the screws through. So lift up that carpet some, put the screws through, and chop them all off. And essentially, what this is supposed to do is just create like a new hinge instead of it just being two pieces, or in my case, holding on by literally two threads. So that's what's coming up. I do have those spacers that I spoke about. We do have to raise the rear of the car a little bit to match the front, if you guys can see that. The Ecto is hanging out, and then just regular stuff, man, just nothing crazy, the usual. So if you guys are interested in seeing all that stuff, just drop a comment, check out some of my older videos, leave a comment on some of those, and of course, subscribe and all that good stuff. It's been a fun 80 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. No sound clips again, sorry. I'll put up a short or something if you guys want to see sound clips, but we're pretty much done with this. So thanks for joining me. It's been fun. We'll do it again. Stay busy, guys. See ya.